This channel supports St. Jude's Research Hospital for Children and is a part of their Play Live charity drive. For more information on how to join as well as how to donate, please head to the description and click the link at the top of it. Remember, any and all support is appreciated, so feel free to give and support in any way you can. Thank you for your participation.
What up, everybody? This is your boy Black Magus, and I meant to do this a few days ago, but schedules conflicting, things going on, happenings of due. I don't know what I just said. It made no sense, but fuck it, we're gonna go with it anyway. PlayStation Experience 2016. So for the third straight year, Sony has put together this basically their own self-contained um, conference weekend where it's basically a big fan fest. It's more like a fan convention that they do to celebrate their brand, and I guess you could say partially to um, show appreciation to all the people who are like loyal to the brand. As a fan of PlayStation, um, I think this is a really cool thing. I also have been saying since they've announced it that this is something that Microsoft needs to do for people who are huge fans of their brand, because I think it would go really, really well with the Xbox fans. But we'll see. It's funny because as I say it, it also makes me remember my whole thought that Microsoft's not necessarily trying to be tied to the Xbox as a system or as a gaming console, but as Xbox as a brand. So maybe that's why they're not um, going all out to create like the Xbox Expo or whatever they could call it. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're talking about the PlayStation Experience. So it is this Saturday, December 3rd, from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on that Saturday, and then 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on that Sunday. I believe there are still some tickets available. You can get 2-day pass for $75, $45 for Saturday, 40 for Sunday only. Of course, you have to be in an area. If you have not procured your tickets and gotten a hotel right now, you probably shit out of luck because this is December 2nd at the time of this recording. So, yeah, but basically just wanted to talk to what I was wondering would be there, what I would like to see. Um, so Sony has quite a few first party games in the works or rumored to be out there in the works, but they don't have a ton on the market right now. They're still doing well. Um, I think part of the reason why they're not doing as well as they did before is because a lot of people are still waiting to see when they're going to get those big exclusives. And they still have a lot of big titles. Like you're going to get The Last Guardian this coming week, which is something that a lot of people have been waiting for, literally for years. But that was like pretty much outside of Uncharted 4, the highlight of their exclusives this year. So next year they have Horizon Zero Dawn, which is coming early, but we're not really sure what else they're gonna have on the table. I guess Gran Turismo Sports, since they pushed that back, is another one, but Gravity Rush 2 would be another. But yeah, they probably need to get on the ball with that. So I expect to see at least three exclusives announced, not something that we already know about, but new stuff, because I feel like they're going to have to start addressing that first party thing. They've thrived off the fact that people have looked at them as the preferred platform for third party, but um, that's kind of something that if you're a fan of PlayStation, that's not necessarily why you came to the brand. I could say for me is because I always found their exclusives more diverse and interesting than any other platform currently. But they haven't been doing it for the PlayStation 4 like they've done it for previous ones outside of third party development. So I would like to see what other first party things they have beyond God of War, Horizon, things that we've already seen. Like I said, uh, there's the big rumor about the Capcom thing and Marvel vs. Capcom 4 being announced. I'd like to see if that's going to be true or not. Kotaku has been pretty decent of late in doing their TMZ thing and sussing out uh, information that they are rumors that become truth. So who knows? We may see that announcement come. I'm sure we're gonna see some more. While I'm not too keen on seeing a lot of the stuff that we've already seen, we're going to get some Gran Turismo Sport. We're gonna get some Horizon Zero Dawn. They'll probably show some Gravity Rush because they really haven't shown that. Of course, The Last Guardian is going to get a big plug because it's about to drop. Everybody's just like going nuts. Well, everybody who's been anticipating this is probably going nuts inside, and seeing more footage will probably make them even more hyped for December 6th. So we'll probably see that. I kind of wish I could go because I think the PlayStation Experience, while they tend to have a good press conference, I would love to be there because of the ability to play a lot of these games. Like just they're at the top of their list of playable games. They have Ace Combat 7, which is going to be interesting because that's going to have a VR component to it. Um, you have Drawn to Death, which I've played. I like that game a lot. Um, Dave Jaffrey's going to show more of it, so that's always a good thing. For Honor's going to be there. Gran Turismo Sports going to be playable. Gravity Rush 2, Horizon Zero Dawn, The Last Guardian, Let It Die, Neo, Persona 5 is going to be playable at this thing. So a lot of people who are into Persona are probably wishing they could be there so they can get their hands on Persona 5 and state, unless you're one of those people who already have imported it from Japan. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard and Yakuza 0. That's just a few. Looking at the list, there's a good 100 games, it looks like. Maybe just a little under that are playable there for for everybody. So yeah, it should be a really really cool event. I'm just hoping that with the list of publishers like, of course, Activision, Adult Swim, Bandai, Bungie, Capcom, Devolver, EA is going to be there. Guerrilla Games is going to be there, of course. Horizon, Naughty Dog's going to be there. They're going to be showing off the new Uncharted multiplayer co-op stuff. San Diego Studios, Supergiant Games is going to be there. Ubisoft, WB, and again, a huge list of about 100 people are going to be there, I think. So probably less now that I look at it because I see some of these repeats. So probably the same. I'd say more like 50 different games, 50 different um, developers now that I look at this more closely. But and I have a lot of stuff. They're gonna have their collectibles. They're giving away what looks like some like statues of characters. Like I see a Ellie and Joel doll. They're gonna have the collectible cards again. It's generally a fun experience for what I've heard, and a really good fan fest. So if you're in the Anaheim area and you can go, hey, why not? Go have fun. For those of us who are not, we just got to sit back and watch the conference and just hear all the news that trickles out, which is what I'm going to be doing. I actually get off just as they're going to be, I get home from work just as they're going to be starting off things. So hopefully I don't miss much. But I'm definitely looking forward to see what Sony has to announce this year. Hopefully it's a little bigger and better than last year, which wasn't bad, but you could tell there were some issues, especially since the whole Kojima thing was out there, and apparently he was supposedly supposed to be there with Death Stranding, but because of the timing of the contract and how Konami structured it so he could only be released at a certain time, it ruined that and the Game Awards last year, which Jeff Keighley made mention of um, adamantly at the beginning of the Game Awards this year. But yeah, very very curious to see what Sony's got coming for us this weekend. But anyway, As always, you guys hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll hot you later. This your boy Black Megan. Send them out. Deuces.